What's going on YouTube? Jamie the Kid 00 here. Got another deck profile for you guys. I know that when I started putting up some Galactic Overlord stuff, I got flooded with requests to do a Galactic Overlord based Inzektor deck profile. Well, I guess you guys have got your wish. I've kind of caved into the demands. I've stopped playing my Evols for a while because they just weren't working out, and I figured, damn it, I'll build Inzektors because Rabbit I've played for far too long, and Heretics, well, Cupcakey's building that, so I don't have anything Heretic for myself. Either way, this is going to be my deck profile for the next short while. I'm not sure if I'll take it to Regionals or Nationals, but Regionals, maybe. I will test it this weekend, so we'll see what happens. But otherwise, I'm going to get into the profile, tell you guys some of the choices I've made, because some of it's a bit interesting, some of it isn't. But let's get started. First off, I play 3 Inzektor Dragonflies. These are what makes your OTK potential possible. They're probably the most overpowered card in the deck, and should rightly be limited to 1 next ban list, but hey, while we've got 3, we play 3. It's a really cool card, really awesome, and when you can get either your Ladybug or your Hornet, it really comes into its own. Our Stratos of the deck, we play Triple Centipede. Again, this card is really great when comboed mid-game with the cards that you should have in your graveyard. Hello. It's great for searching out your power cards, like, say, a Gigamantis should you need it, and your Excalibur swords, which really keep these guys sat on the field for longer, and even keep your card advantage going. The deck, as I saw in Underworld 6667's profile, as they duly noted, the deck really does keep itself spinning. It really combos into the next turn very, very well, sets itself up every time for the next turn, and really, you don't really lose anything if your opponent dark holes your field and things like that, because it's just so consistent, and it just really helps itself keep on the ball, even if it loses its field, because of course it does have very flimsy monsters. I'm then playing, of course, the 3 Hornet, because you need to get to this incredibly fast, and there just don't even seem to be enough ways to get to it. I know that Cupcakey, if you see in my videos, she just never gets to Hornet. She plays 3, and plays loads of ways to get to it, she just never gets to it. Hornets. I've taken out the hoppers for 2 Ladybugs. I was playing 1 hopper, 1 Ladybug, but ultimately, like, last minute, before I did this profile, I thought about the ruling on Hornet, and I figured I'd just rather have a Ladybug to help me search. Sorry, Hopper. I always say Hornet whenever I mean Hopper. Sorry, guys. I took out 1 Hopper for this, and I just really didn't like the ruling on the Hopper, so I figured, hey, I'm just going to go 2 Ladybugs, get me some more rank 5s going, because some of the rank 5s this deck can make are really awesome. So I figured I'd test these, and we'll see how these go. But Ladybug is a really cool addition from Galactic Overlord, and I really like it. And then finally for the muscle we play 1 Gigamantis. For my personal preference I play the Triple Tour Guide and of course the Sangan, because it really helps me get to the Sangan as fast as I can, so that I can get off my so that I can easily like torrential it or make people run into it, so that I can search my Hornet very quickly. Or it gives me access to a myriad of level 3s like Leviair if I'm under macro to help me get stuff back. And it's just really helpful for a variety of things, and it's very viable in this deck, being a 3 so that even if it gets Veiled you can still exceed it with something else on your field. So it's always really live, and I really like it. And if all else fails, it is another dark for the deck, so you can chuck it with a lure. Then of course, as I said, I play the 1 Sangan. For the the standard stuff otherwise, we played the 2 Veilers. I side a 3rd. You will actually see the side deck in this video. I've actually prepared one for you guys. How nice am I? And I play the 1 Gauze. Some people don't, but player preference dictates that I do for the other matchups that aren't Inzektors. Onto the spells. I play 1 Reborn, 1 Dark 1 Storm, 1 Book. I play triple MST, because if my opponent's Veiler doesn't get me, their warnings and stuff will. They're also main decked for other main deck shadow mirrors, skill drains, crazy things like that. They're just really in there as an insurance policy to get rid of stuff as fast as possible. I will usually hold on to these rather than just blind space things, because you just really need them to solve key problems that really shut this deck down. I play the 1 Allure of Darkness for draw power. 2 Pots of Duality to help me seek out the pieces that I need, especially when I'm not going to be special summoning that turn. If I don't have the Dragonfly and I don't have the Centipede play, I'm just going to go Pot of Duality and grab something anyway, just to set myself up. So hopefully I can get me to a Excalibur or a Hornet and crazy stuff like that. Foolish Burial gets me my Hornet. 2 Excaliburs keeps the deck rolling. The very fact that you can go Centipede, activate Hornet, detach Hornet, and if you have an Inzektor in hand, you don't need to search another Inzektor, so you can just go into your sword and leave yourself with a 2/4 beater to swing with, and then when that 2/4 beater is destroyed, that being Centipede. You then get to add another Inzektor from your grave to your hand, so that can even search you late game, search you out things like Dragonfly that you've used all 3 of. So it's just really, really versatile. Anyway, onto the traps. New from Galactic Overlord is Inzektor Conversion. I really like this card. Originally I was going to play D-Prison in this deck, and then I saw this, and I figured, hey, what's going to be better than actually taking control of my opponent's monsters? Because Inzektors have really low attack, you will always have their faces beaten in the battle phase of your opponent's turn. Your main objective is to cripple your opponent as fast as possible, leave them with as much damage as possible, and then just kind of lose your field and then try again next turn. These stop that sequence by stealing your opponent's monsters, and when your opponent combos off into really big things, which, I don't know, Hieratics do, Dino Rabbits do, loads of decks do at the moment, and because this activates in the damage step, even Lagia can't stop it, so you can score yourself a free Lagia, I believe. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's targeted. I needed to double check that. I thought it was damage step. It's not. Ignore what I said about the Lagia, but you can score yourself some really crazy stuff. You can even score yourself a Dolka with this. So it's a really versatile card, and I really like it. So I'm going to test it and see how it goes. And of course, you'll see it in my tournament diary if I decide to play these. I played 2 Call. I felt like 3 was just a bit too much. It get a bit cloggy, but 2 was perfect. So, no further comments there. 2 Torrentials, because it's torrential. And you really don't care when your field gets blown up, because you can often restore it because you've been searching so much. And then play the 2 Warnings and the Judgment. Because they're so not dead, you still need them. All you people who took them out because priority is gone, keep them in. For the extra deck, I play a few Synchros because there's so much level modulation in this deck. You really should play Synchros. So I play the 1 Armorion, the 1 Catastor, the 1 Brio, the 1 Rose, and the 1 Thought Ruler Arcfiend. I choose Thought Ruler Arcfiend over say Stardust and Scrap Dragon and things like that, just because Thought Ruler Arcfiend is very versatile right now. The life point gain is really quite nice, and the very fact that you can't target it with that many things is just really great. And it just really avoids a lot of things that, say, Hero Beat uses, Dino Rabbit uses. It's just a really versatile card, and I really like it. For the Xyzers, I play 1 Leviathan Dragon, 2 Levia, because Macro is a bitch, and Crow is a bitch, and Chaindus is a bitch, so they're good to have. I play the 1 Zenmains, because it's Zenmains, and it really helps you stall out if you're having a hard time. That's it for the 3s. On to the 4s, I play the 1 Utopia and the 1 Utopia Ray, simply because, hell, they're really quite useful. And I really like Utopia Ray at the moment. I don't play Mind Control, but I've just really liked having the option in the deck. And also under Skill Drain, it's a really good option to go into so that you don't get yourself mind controlled. Because there's no real benefit to having a Utopia under Skill Drain. And then for the 5s, I play 1 Exostag. I might go to 2, but I'm not sure. Exostag is a really cool card, can really deal with a lot of things, but I don't know. The 1 Tyrus, because Tyrus is amazing, and the 1 Zenmaio. I don't have an Andreas at the moment, but I really don't need it with this kind of lineup, so... Zenmaio dealing with your back row. The things that your Inzektors don't need to pop off. I even considered playing Firefly, so I know I'm safe to make things like this, but that was a bit... it would have jammed up a bit too much. And then I play the 1 Photon Strike Bouncer. I prefer Bouncer over Exabeetle, because Exabeetle just really doesn't do enough for the amount of work you'd have to put in, and to bring something like this out, to make what is basically a Dolka with Inzektors is really quite devastating, and I'm willing to bet most opponents won't see this coming if you have field control already. So it's really quite useful, and I side into a lot of battle traps, so this will be very protected. So yeah, Photon Strike Bouncer. Onto the side. This is a work in progress, so feel free to criticize my side deck, say what to take out, what to put in, because I really want to hear a lot about this side. I want to hear some help. So let's get into it. Either way, I play 2 Electric Virus for the Chaos Dragon, Disaster Dragon, Hieratic Dragon, all those horrible matchups. There are a lot of hand traps in this side. So these are just really, really useful in those matchups, and what's better than stealing crazy big monsters and attacking directly with them? It's just great. I play the 1 Veiler because it's Veiler. I play the 2 Max C's because, even side these in the mirror match now, because the amount of special summoning that Inzektors do is crazy. So these are actually getting more relevant. Against Hieratics, these are absolutely ridiculous. And against quite a few other decks, they're absolutely ridiculous. And I must acknowledge that wind-up is still a thing, so you can't just drop these instantly. So Maxi is still really good, but, it's not good to warrant the main. And then I play 2 Thunder Kings for the Hieratic matchup, Dino Rabbit matchup, all sorts of things that just make big monsters, even Dragon matchups in some respects. And I haven't said Dark World for any of these cards, but Dark World, I feel I have a very good matchup against Dark World, and the following cards are going to have quite a good matchup against Dark World, so I haven't really prioritized any monsters for the Dark World matchup. I play one Forbidden Chalice because I felt I needed a 4th Phaler on top of the 3rd, simply because this hits so many things. The 400 attack boost really doesn't matter because almost everything's going to beat over my monsters anyway, and in the mirror this is just a really cool card to have, and again, kind of unexpected. Onto the traps. I play 2 Fissures and a Mirror Force because Hero Beat is a thing, Chaos Dragon is a thing, Dark Order is a thing. There are going to be a lot of attacks coming my way, and these combined with Zek Conversion are just really going to kill things, so yeah. I play the 1 Dust Tornado. I would play 2, but I don't have to. I can't find the second one. One of these, having these in the side is really, really useful for the fact that your opponent will side in Shadow Mirror, and they will side in Skill Drain, and they will side in Macro against you, depending on what they're playing. And to be honest, I can see myself just siding these in Game 2 no matter what, even if I don't know for sure my opponent sided in Mirror or Macro. I just really want to put these in, just for safety's sake, and then if they don't pop them off, I can take them out Game 3. But it just gives me that added advantage, and hey, having 5 cards for back row removal really isn't bad. So, well, 4 currently. I'd play 2, but I need to make room in here. Next up, I play the 2 Bottomless for the Dark World Dragon, Hieratic Dragon, Rabbit, loads of matchups. It's just this card absolutely shreds in, so Bottomless Trap Hole is just really useful. And then the one kind of monodirectional card, the one single-minded card I'm playing in the side is Mask of Restrict. Because Mask of Restrict has an amazing matchup against Hieratic Dragons, stopping almost every one of their effects going off, and just really kind of leaving them dead in the water for the Inzektors to really pick off. This is the only card I run in the deck that is only usable really against one deck, and then maybe if I come up against Monarchs, but I highly doubt I will. But yeah, that's the only really kind of situational card that I'm putting in the deck, because I will only ever side it in against 2 decks in the meta. Alright, either way guys, this has been my Inzektor deck profile. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and again, if you have any criticism for any of the side or main decks that I've shown you, please do put that in the comments below, and I will